Hello to all our devoted subscribers and welcome back to News Around, the channel where we don't just read the headlines, we read between the lines. Today, we are diving into a story that feels like a mystery novel written in real time. It involves two of the most beloved figures in Turkish television history, a fandom that refuses to let go of the past, and a series of clues that are as confusing as they are compelling. We are talking about the sudden, explosive resurgence of rumors surrounding Barış Arduç and Elçin Sangu. Is this a fan-driven fantasy, or are we witnessing the second act of a love story we thought had ended? Before we unpack the blurry photos, the nervous interviews, and the controversial statements from the messenger, please make sure you are subscribed to our channel. And for those who want to support our independent analysis, the join button is right there. Your support keeps us on the trail of the truth. Now, let's step into the storm. The media landscape is often a calm sea, but every so often, a storm erupts that is so sudden and so fierce that it dominates the conversation for days. This week, that storm has a name: Barış and Elçin. It began as a whisper in the digital corridors of the internet, a few blogs speculating, a few fan accounts connecting dots, but it quickly spiraled into a full-blown media hurricane. The catalyst was a perfect storm of nostalgia and coincidence. Old photographs resurfaced, shared gestures at public events were reanalyzed frame by frame, and a series of cryptic social media posts seemed to hint at a narrative that was being written in secret. But what truly set off the alarm bells wasn't just what was being seen, it was what was not being heard. Barış Arduç's sudden, impenetrable silence and Elçin Sangu's mysterious, unannounced trip to a coastal city created a vacuum, and in the world of celebrity, vacuums are filled with rumors. Amidst this chaos of information, the fans, who have remained loyal to the idea of this pairing for years, demanded an answer. They wanted clarity. And an answer did come, but it did not come from the man himself. It came from his proxy, his messenger, his representative. In an interview with a local magazine, the representative attempted to build a dam against the floodwaters with a statement that was as emphatic as it was sterile. The rumors circulating about a romantic relationship between Barış and Elçin are untrue. Barış is focused on his new projects and maintains a cordial professional relationship with her, nothing more. In the world of public relations, this is a standard fire extinguisher statement. It is designed to be boring, to kill the story with a lack of oxygen. However, in this specific case, the statement had the opposite effect. Far from calming the waters, it poured gasoline on the fire. The fanbase, sophisticated and observant, began to ask the hard questions. Why didn't Barış speak directly? Why delegate something so personal, something that touches the hearts of so many, to a corporate messenger? Some cynical observers claim this move was strategic, a calculated effort to distance himself from the media circus. A source close to the actor reportedly quoted him saying, "All I want is to live my life peacefully, without every gesture becoming a headline." It is a relatable desire, certainly, but in the context of a fervor this intense, silence is often interpreted not as a plea for privacy, but as an admission of guilt or at least, complexity. The truth is, despite the official denials, the rumors continue to grow like ivy, climbing over the walls of their private lives. Fans have transformed into digital detectives, compiling a dossier of evidence that is hard to dismiss entirely. They point to alleged coincidences of locations, where both stars seem to be in the same city at the same time. They highlight similar travel dates that align too perfectly to be mere chance. They have even delved into the digital architecture of their lives, noting shared playlists on music platforms, songs about longing, about return, about secret loves that seem to tell a story the actors cannot speak aloud. We are about to discuss Elçin's cryptic beach photo and that intense moment at the charity gala. But first, I want to hear from you. Do you trust official statements from representatives, or do you believe that where there is smoke, there is fire? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you are enjoying this deep dive, please hit the like button to help News Around reach more fans. At the center of this swirling vortex stands Elçin Sangu, a woman who has mastered the art of speaking without saying a word. She has yet to comment directly on the rumors, but her social media presence has become a canvas for projection. A story posted on her Instagram account recently sent shockwaves through the fandom. It showed her walking on a secluded, windswept beach, the horizon stretching out endlessly before her. The caption was simple, yet devastatingly open to interpretation. Sometimes, silence says it all. Was this a philosophical musing on nature? Or was it a veiled message to Boris, a signal sent through the ether that only he would understand? Many interpreted it as the latter, a confirmation that the silence between them is not empty, but full of meaning. The plot thickened further when the representative felt the need to intervene a second time. Sensing that the first denial had failed, the messenger released a second statement, trying to clarify the misunderstanding. "We understand there is a lot of emotion involved on the part of the public," the statement read, softening the tone, "but we reiterate that there is no romantic relationship between them at this time." Note the phrase "at this time." A detail that gave hope to the optimists while trying to shut down the realists. But words, no matter how carefully drafted by a PR team, lose their power when placed against the raw evidence of human behavior. Looks, as they say, do not lie. At a recent charity gala, an event filled with high society and flashing cameras, the two actors were in the same room. Although they studiously avoided posing together for the photographers, maintaining a physical distance that seemed almost rehearsed, attendees tell a different story. Eyewitnesses claim that across the crowded room, under the chandeliers, they exchanged more than one meaningful glance. "It was fleeting, but intense," said one witness who was seated nearby. There was something unresolved between them. It wasn't the look of two former colleagues. It was the look of two people who share a secret history. And just when it seemed the story might naturally begin to die down from exhaustion, a new piece entered the media puzzle, reigniting the flame. An old interview of Elçin went viral overnight. In the clip, she is laughing, her guard down, and she says, "With Boris, there's a chemistry that can't be explained. It's like we understand each other without words." At the time it was filmed, it seemed like an innocent joke, a compliment to a co-star. But viewed through the lens of the current rumors, it feels like a prophecy. Fans have seized upon this phrase as a foundational text, a proof that their connection transcends the screen. Furthermore, in the last few hours, the digital investigation has uncovered a new clue. Several fan accounts, monitoring the actor's activity with the precision of a surveillance state, noticed that Boris has recently refollowed an old mutual friend of Elçin's on social media. Is this a coincidence? A random click? Or is it an attempt to stay indirectly connected to her world, a way to keep a door open without walking through it? In the world of celebrity gossip, there are no coincidences, only clues waiting to be deciphered. The tension manifested physically when Elçin Sangu was spotted leaving a restaurant in the upscale Nizantasi neighborhood. Usually composed and graceful, she appeared visibly nervous in front of the flashing lights of the paparazzi. When a reporter, seizing the moment, asked her point-blank if she had seen Boris recently, she did not issue a denial. Instead, she offered a shy, enigmatic smile and a phrase that felt like a riddle: "There are moments that are best kept to oneself." A brief statement, yes, but one that effectively threw gasoline on the speculation. By refusing to deny it, she allowed the possibility to breathe. The media experts are already spinning this as a deliberate strategy. The theory is that they are maintaining the mystery, playing with ambiguity, and allowing the public to feed the fire with theories because it keeps them relevant. "They may be together and not want to be public," opined a respected Turkish entertainment expert. Or they made it public to avoid the pressure. Another journalist was more blunt and cynical. "This is a classic move. They deny it as long as the cameras don't catch them kissing. It extends the narrative." And as if that weren't enough drama for 1 week, a new visual clue appeared that has divided the internet. A fan shared a blurry image on Twitter, taken from a distance in the coastal city of Izmir. The photo shows two silhouettes walking along the waterfront. A tall man and a red-haired woman. The image is grainy, inconclusive, and open to interpretation, yet fans insist there is no doubt. "It's them," the comments scream. "They're even wearing the same coats they showed in previous stories," stated the account that shared the image, offering a forensic analysis of the outerwear. Amid this frenzy, the pressure on Boris's messenger has intensified to a breaking point. A simple denial is no longer enough to hold back the tide. Fans want clarity. They want the truth. They want a confirmation of the fairy tale. Rumors have surfaced about a possible press conference or even a joint public appearance to settle the matter once and for all, but for now, everything remains shrouded in uncertainty. If there's something to say, Boris will say it in his own way, in his own time, the messenger stated in a third, noticeably exasperated declaration. But that statement, far from closing the chapter, has only opened it further. It implies that there is something to say, and that it is only a matter of timing. Social media comments were swift and emotional. "Stop playing with our hearts," one user wrote. "If there's nothing to it, why the silence?" asked another. And perhaps the most poignant comment of all, "Love doesn't always need words, sometimes it's just felt. For now, all that is left for us to do is wait." But one thing is absolutely certain: the story between Barış Arduç and Elçin Sangu is far from over. It is a story being written in glances, in silences, and in the grainy pixels of fan photos. Perhaps time, and a clear, not blurry image, will finally reveal what words haven't yet confirmed. What a roller coaster of emotions. It seems that with Boris and Elçin, the story never truly ends, it just waits for the next chapter. What do you think about the ISMA photo? Do you think it's really them? And is the messenger protecting their privacy or hiding a romance? We want to see your theories in the comments section. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to Newsaround and hit the notification bell. And for our most dedicated viewers, remember that the join button helps us keep bringing you these exclusive deep dives. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes on the news around you.